let's move on to the next part. This one's going to be all blues again. We're going to go and create the next part of the head that goes this way. We're not going to be attaching anything yet until the next part. But for this one, we're going to be attaching the rest of the snout. Okay. This one will be heart-shaped from the back. So we're going to go up, outward. We're going to go down. I'm going to go down 3 times and then go into the inside. Okay. All right. So again, 2 double bands always. Start with your middle and then work your way up to make a Y. Doesn't matter which one goes first. And then we're going to go down to extend. And then go ahead and extend one more time. And now I'm going to go in and then in. All right, that should be better. Okay, now extend one more time. And then go in. I have a broken band here. I always put a middle one right there because it just helps fortify. Okay, now we go down. So extend down. And then work your way inside. Okay. Now work your way again inside. And then extend. Yeah, we're gonna do 3. Alright, so go ahead and work your way inside. Work your way inside again. extend down one more time. And work your way inside. Work your way inside again from the bottom section. Now we're going to work our way down to the middle. On this one, we are not going to need a point, so we're actually going to go, once we go to the middle, we're going to go up again. Whoop. Let me get my bands. There we go. So just keep working your way inside. And then go inside again on both sides. And extend again, and then the final ones will be these two, and then you're gonna need a cap band. Yes, you will need a cap band for this one. A cap band right there. Okay. 2, 3, 4 times. Okay. The first thing I will do is I'm going to loop these 4 from the cap band first. Once those 4 have been looped, you're going to loop, sorry, no, you're not going to loop. You're actually going to connect onto these 2, this section here. I just want to make sure that that's where I want them. No, sorry, it's going to be the next one. So we're going to go ahead and loop this over and again. Right. Okay, now we're going to connect them to these. Alright, so this one, this is your head, alright? So now, from behind the head, you're going to go from the top, right here, put your hook through these bands and take out that band that's holding it. You're going to put this one right here, and I'll go ahead and loop that. The inside first, then the outside. All right. And now I'm going to do these right here. So the one that goes to the inside goes first. And then the outside. Alright. Now I'm going to do the other side right here. So go ahead and put your hook through these as well. Take that out. Go ahead and put it right there. Like that. And right here. And go ahead and loop these. Alright. We're going to do a few from the inside, so it kind of helps us along. And then the outside we're going to leave alone because we're going to be connecting the sides onto the outside. So let's go ahead and loom the stuff from the inside first. Starting with your middle, right here in the middle. Go ahead and loop these. Now that one's done, you're going to do these two outer ones. Hang on. Wait, go back. Sorry about that. Fix that. Right there. Not yet, because these have not been looped. Alright, let's go ahead and do those first. So let's do this one. And then this one. Alright, and now over here, this one. And then this one. Alright. That's because these points will have stuff connected to them. Alright, now we can go ahead and do these. The one that goes to the inside is first. And then right here. Okay, now we're going to do these two. So we're going to do as much of the inside as we can. Now these two. And now this one in the middle. Okay, so you notice how these are all looped, and then these are looped. See the teardrops? So that's it. That's all we can do for now. And we're gonna go ahead and connect these 2 points. Okay, first point. Notice that our snout is being connected now completely. So now the top part has to be connected onto here. The top part that is going to be connected is, alright, the first point will be, you see this section right here that is straight, and the rest of it goes this way, and then the other one goes to the inside. The one to the inside, we're going to grab one from the inside. So it's not this one. This is the first section that is going to the inside. It's going to be the next section in, the bottom bands. So remember, this one's going in. We're going to grab this one. This one will be stretched out here. Go ahead and loop that. Oh, I'm grabbing way too many bands. There we go. Be careful, you don't want to break bands. And then go ahead and loop the ones on the inside here. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and relieve some tension by taking that one out. and this one too. And I guess this one also. Alright, so that's going to relieve a little bit of tension. We're going to keep working our way this side because it's going to be so much easier to just work on one side first instead of stretching our entire face. Alright. The next one that's going to be attached right here will be the next. See how this one is being stretched? So we're going to grab the next one over, which is this one. That one's going to go here. And the first thing you're going to do is loop the one that is on the inside, which is this one. So the ones that go to the inside go first. Then this one. And now we're going to do this one. I'm going to relieve some tension by taking it out. Alright. Now I'm going to move this out of the way because I'm going to loop this one right here. The one that goes to the inside first. And then the one that goes to the outside. Now this one. Alright. And now, I'm going to do this one up here. Alright, so again, now you can see, again, all of these have been looped. And this one. So now we have our pyramid again. So now that means we can connect onto here. I'm going to connect my next one, which is this one down here, and put it right there. And go ahead and loop that. Be very careful not to break your band, so you may want to relieve some tension. I'm going to let go right there and let go down here. And down here too, I'm going to let go. Okay, that's this one too. That's good for now. Alright, oh, now we can go ahead and loop this one. Okay. All these should be looped. And this one should be empty for now. We're going to go ahead and connect the next one over, which is this one down here. And put it there. And loop that there. I'm going to push down so it doesn't fall because I'm going to remove this one from the peg to relieve some tension. Alright, now I'm going to do the one on this side. Alright, this is still going to be some stretching involved, but I can't really do much because I need to do this in order to be able to keep working my way up in order to do any of these up here. So we have to do this side. So now I'm going to go ahead and remember, this is the one that is straight, and then we have the one that goes inside. I want the next one that is on the inside. So not this one, but this one. These two. So it's going to be a bit of a stretch. Be careful with your bands. Hopefully you have really good bands. Go ahead and carefully loom the two that go to the inside. Right here, I need to loosen it up. Oh, not that much. Okay. Okay. Now that's done, I'm going to go ahead and relieve some tension. Alright. I'm going to loop this now. This one is next on the inside. Loop that there, and then loop the next one right here. And now you're going to loop the next one here. And this one. Okay. Now you can do this one up here. And then this one. If you feel like you're pulling in a lot of tension, you may want to release a few from down here. Okay. I'm going to release this one. Alright, that's relieving a little bit of tension, but don't make sure you're careful not to release the ones that are not secured yet. I'm going to continue. So now this one has to be looped because these two are teardrops now, so now I have to loop those. This one's first. This one's next. There we go. Alright, now this one here. Go back. There we go. Then this one. And now I can do this one. Right there. And right there. Okay, so all these now have loops. Alright. Now continue on right here. You're going to connect the next one, which is this one here. And stretch it out to here. And go ahead and loop your way. There's going to be a lot of tension, so you may want to use your fingers or relieve some tension by doing this. Okay. So there, now I have a little bit more leeway, so I can put it on here. And this next one goes up here. Now again, work your way up the pyramid. So this one's going to be looped next. And then this one. Alright, and now I'm going to relieve some tension carefully. I always put my finger right there so it doesn't fall, and then I'm going to push the bands down a little bit so it doesn't come out. I'm going to continue looping my way up inside the pyramid. Now this one. And this one. Now this one. Put this here. Remember right here there's three. There's one of them. There's the next one. Now the last one that goes to the middle right here. Okay. Now this one right here. And then this one. Okay. And that's it for this side. Now I'm gonna relieve some tension down here. Okay. Grab the next part, which is this one. That gets stretched here. And loop that. Be careful because I really do not want to break my bands. And you guys should also be very careful. Because you do not want to break bands. Cause, yeah, it is very sad when your bands break and you have to fix them. I'm gonna relieve some tension. Push this down. Okay. I'm gonna loop this one. And this one. I'm gonna loop this one. I only grabbed one band. I need 2 bands. There we go. And this one. Don't do this one, okay? Do not do this middle one. That's gonna be the last one. Now grab the next one. It is down here. And you're gonna put it right here. Okay, and loop that up. Need to relieve some tension. There we go. I'm gonna let go of that. Okay. Yeah, we're doing good. So now we should have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yes, there should be 3 sections on each side. And these 3 sections left. So I'm gonna grab the next one here. Loop that one over. The next one here. Yep. Put it there and loop that one over. Okay, it's kind of hard, so I'm gonna relieve some tension. Right, and I'm gonna let go of some right here and here. Let go of some from here and right here. All right, there's 2 left. What I'm gonna do, these are gonna be the last ones. So this one here, and this one here, and that's it. Now go ahead and loop in here, loop this one up, and the last one will be this part in. And this one we're actually going to, yeah, just go ahead and do it like that. Gonna loop it in like that. What I'm actually going to do is grab 2 blue bands, and I'm going to kind of slip knot this 2 bands through that part. You want to be careful with this because there are a lot of bands in here. There's a lot of tension. But once you have it through, slip knot these. Let's go ahead and slip knot it. And we're going to take it out. Okay. All right, we need to, again, shape our head. This will be pushed down and cupped This should be that concave part, but that's totally okay because that's how our head shape is going to be starting to get created. All right. Let's see how it's coming out, and yes. Okay, good. All right. Don't worry about the back part because remember, we're going to be connecting this to the neck, which is going to be inside the shell, pretty much. But so far, it's still coming out. All right, cool. Let's go on to the next part. Okay. Right here, we're going to go ahead and start connecting the bottom part of the jaw. First, we're going to go ahead and do the tongue and connect sides of the jaw, and it will be connected onto the back of its head. Okay. Going back, oops, with our arrows all facing down, we're going to do the heart one time, but we're going to do again another single piece here, and then we're going to do our heart, and we're going to go down 3 times from the middle. Okay, so that means if we're going down 2, 3, okay, so it's only going to be like about like this diamond piece that is going to be pretty much done. So 1, sorry, double bands once. Going right here, and now we're gonna go ahead and oh yeah, I need another one again right here. So go down twice, then we're gonna go ahead and make our outside, and then work our way outwards. So again, double bands. And extend out, extend again, and again on the other side. And now we're going to go in from the outside to the inside. Now to the inside again. Make sure you're always going with your angles. Right, so you're zigzagging. So extend again out here. And now go in here first. And the other side also. Alright, and now then go in again and then in again. There. Alright, now we're going to go down. Okay. And then keep going inside. Here. Alright. And close it up. Alright. Go inside right here again, into the inside. So this part, and now this part. And go inside and then close it up in the middle. Alright, now again, right here, and then to the inside. And then finish your point. Okay. And instead of a cap band, we're going to be using our tongue. Okay, so at this point, your tongue, mine is caved in like that, so it's kind of pointing downwards. So this is going to be the top. This is the bottom because it's kind of cupped. Right? So I want the top to be placed like that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put my hook through the hole where the band is holding it, and I'm going to take out that holding band. Okay. Don't need it, so now I'm going to go ahead and put it as a cap band right there in the middle. Just like that. Okay. Once you have it like that, go ahead and loom your two sides. So if you want to pull the tongue out of the way so that we can see, and then loop that and the other one. We're going to be needing also our jaw. We're going to be doing some parts where we need to do some extensions, but in a little bit. We're actually not going to do it until we get to this point, because the rest of it will be connected onto the head. So let's go ahead and continue looping these and these right here. So first ones that go on the inside, and the outside one. Now this one. Okay. And now the middle one right here. Now this one. And the side. Okay, now we're going to go back into the middle again. So these two. So loop those. The ones that go to the inside are first. And then these. Now this side, the two that go to the inside go first. And then these. And now there's the middle one right here. So whichever two are on top. For me, they go to this side, and then the ones that go to this side. And last, the ones that go to the top. And stop right there. Okay? That's all you're going to do for now, because we're going to be connecting our jaw. You can take out your tongue now. Just keep it like that for now. For our jaw, we're actually going to be needing 4 blue bands. Grab 2 for now. You're going to be grabbing your jaw. This is your jaw. This is the bottom part of the jaw, and this is the inside of it. Right? You see how it's cupped? So obviously your tongue has to be like that. In order to connect it, we need 2, and you're going to be grabbing this where your point is at right here. There's these 2 bands right here that you're going to grab. Make sure they're the ones from the inside. Okay, you want it from the inside because you don't want the outside to be showing. So that's what you're going to do, and you're going to add it to there. So there's one. Now I'm going to go ahead and loop it. Oop. Hang on, one fell off, so I'm going to put it back. And do it again. Alright, let's try that one more time. And then these. Okay. Now I'm gonna loop these here. And this one. We're not looping these yet because we need to connect our head right here, okay? And these now. I'm gonna go ahead and do these. This one too. Yep. Now we're gonna do this side. We need to go ahead and connect the other part of our jaw. So grab 2 more blue, or your skin tone. There's my point, so I'm gonna grab the 2 bands that are on the inside. These 2. Alright. Make sure it's the same bands that are on the inside. Okay, so I'm gonna go under my tongue and stretch it over to this side. Right here. Alright. Like that. This is gonna be quite a stretch. Try to do it fast so that way your bands don't get too stretched. So go ahead and loop that area. Loop these. Okay. Now I'm going to loop these right here. And this one. Okay. Now time to connect the head. This is our head so far. So right now what we're going to connect are 1, 2, 3. I guess it's just going to be 3 points for now. So there's this part where your head is right there in the middle. Okay. I don't know if you can kind of tell. A way you can be able to tell is by counting. So here's my part that's being held. So this is going to be 1, 2, 3. Okay, do you guys see it? So the third one, that's the one I want. These bottom bands right here. That one's going to go here. I want the entire thing to go over it. So I'm going to loop now that section. The next part will be this one. Grab all these bands on the next one and put them on that peg. There we go. And loop up. This is a lot of band tension, so be careful. If you want to relieve some tension, just take those out and do your next one. Grab these. Will be right here. Wait, did I do that right? Hang on. Yeah. These will be right there. So now you're going to loop the ones back here, the bottom 2, and loop them there. And now you're going to loop this one, the bottom 2, towards the middle. Be very careful. There's a lot of tension here, so careful not to break your bands. I'm going to relieve some tension by loosening it up. I'm just going to push down so that way it doesn't fall out. And I'm going to let go of some of these so it's not too stretched. That should be okay. So now I'm going to do this side. So again, here's my holding band. So here's 1, 2, 3. This is my third one. I'm going to grab these bottom ones until I see that hole. And that one, I'm going to stretch over to here.
And be careful because you don't want anything to fall. So go ahead and loop these now. You want to be very careful because there's a lot of tension on this side now. So just loosen up your bands slowly and carefully. Alright, now this one's next. So we're going to put this one right here. Loop these to this side. I'm going to push down with my finger so that way they come down. I'm going to take out the tension from here. Just carefully. I don't want to break my bands. And take out the tension here. And down here. Down here. That should be better. So I just took out some tension from there. Alright, now do the last one right here on this one. And loop the bottom two over to this peg. And push down with your fingers so your bands don't fall. Right here, I need to move this out of the way because I need to loop this, the bottom two bands, over to the inside middle part right here. Once I'm done, I'm looping the very bottom two. There's a lot of tension, so I need to make sure I have the correct ones. Yep, that's it. Now I'm going to put another slip knot right there. Okay, so now take out your head. Partially is being held, so it's going to look a little wacky because we need to connect the rest of it. It's going to be in the next part. Alright, so you see how it's a little weird now, but don't worry because the rest will be connected later. But now that's how it's going to end up looking, kind of. Yeah, so it's looking good. Right, I'm going to push this a little forward and kind of give it some volume. But yeah, my tongue is landing on the correct spot. It's still inside the jaw. So hopefully yours does too. If not, then just go ahead and adjust it so that way it stays like that. And then you're going to see that your jaw, once it gets placed correctly, because you want to be able to make his mouth move. Okay. Alright, so let's go on to the last part, which will be to connect this part and finish off his head, and then we'll do his neck. Okay. At this point, we should have our head like this already connected. We're going to go ahead and create the neck part that connects the bottom part of the jaw, so that way it will connect to our inside of the shell, and we can be able to finally put its head inside. We're going to be creating first this half of it. We're going to take it out, and then we're creating the other half of it. Alright, so I'm going to be doing it from, we're only going to be using these pegs, so we're not going to be using the bottom ones. Okay, so if you want to take them out, then that's fine, but it doesn't matter. We're going to start from here in the bottom. The first one's going to go the bottom here, and then the next one over like this. Okay, And yep, we're gonna continue doing this one all the way to the bottom here. We're working with double bands, remember. Okay. Next part is do our extensions out here. Okay, and from here we're gonna be going down this way, but there's sections where we're gonna actually do and diminish and go down. So we're actually gonna go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On the fifth one, we're gonna start going in, and then we're gonna go in again to this one. Okay. So on the fifth one, I'm gonna go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then in again for these last 3. Okay. What I mean by that is that I'm trying to make sure I do this correctly. Because for here, we're actually going to be extending that down. Yeah, I think that should be okay. So we actually can go ahead and extend down. And I think it'll be totally okay if we do that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right here. We're not going to do the one in the bottom, so we're just going to go ahead and fill this up first. So I'm going to turn it this way really quick and then fill our way down. Okay. Starting from the outside first. Work your way inside. So do your zigzags. Make sure you always do the middle last. So these are always last because they're in the middle. Now do your next layer, like that. And then down here. And continue until you get to this point. Okay, so I got to my point right here, which means this one is gonna go down, and so this one, go ahead and finish this section. Because after this one, we're getting rid of one side, one of the peg rows. Okay. So now here, we're gonna extend. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're gonna keep extending until this one, okay? Right there. So 1, 2, 3, 4. You're gonna just go down 4 times until this one, okay? And again, fill your way in. So we're gonna fill this row now. Okay. So if you get confused, just do one side, then the other, then the other side, then the other. And just keep going like that. And you should be okay. Gotten to my point again, so just finish this side. Okay. So now, right here, we're gonna go in, and then finish that row. Alright, and now right here, we're just gonna go down all the way to the bottom. Right there. When we get to the very last one, we're gonna do it a little bit differently. Just continue until you get to the very last section. Okay, almost. Not yet though. Okay, right here, we're actually going to be finishing down here. So we're gonna start from here. So we're gonna do work your way to this side. So 2 bands, go from here. These. And then actually yeah, right here. And then right here. Alright, right here we're gonna put a cap band. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. And right here we're also gonna need a cap band, so 1 band, wrap it around 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. This side should be fine, I think. You know what? Let's go ahead and put a cap band right here too. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So 3 cap bands. Alright. Let's go ahead and loom this. We're gonna start with the middle one first, and then do the side ones. Oh, wait, hang on. At this point, we're gonna need our head too. So first, I'm gonna go ahead and loop this one. This one's done, so now I'm gonna do this one and then stop right there. Okay. Right here, we have to connect. Actually, I guess we don't need a cap band right here. Because this is gonna act as our cap band. So I'm taking out this cap band that I just put on. I don't need it. Sorry about that, but it should be fine. Alright, there's no cap band there. You guys see, there's no cap band. I'm actually going to grab that blue band that is on my jaw. I'm gonna go from the back of my head, okay? Because I want my hook to go this way. And I'm gonna go through those bands. Right, so like that. Now take out this holding band. Okay, so once these bands are on there, I'm going to connect them right here. Like this. All right. Okay. So there's the back of my head. Now go ahead and loop. There's 1. There we go, there's 2. Okay. There's that. Okay. The rest of the part we're going to be connecting will be this side of my head. Or of our head, sorry. Or Blastoise's head. Let's go ahead and just start working our way over here, and then this will be toward the end. So, loop the bottom ones from here. The ones that go to the inside go first. Then to the outside. Now this one. The ones that go to the inside first. Based on how we lay them down. And then the outside. Okay. Now the middle one right here. And this one. Before we do this one, let's do this one down here. And this one goes up. Whew. Okay. And now I'm going to do this one. Okay, you see how this one, these have teardrops? So now we have to do this one. Okay. So now we have teardrops on all these, which means we cannot connect our next part. Next part will be connected like this. We're going to look for the inside part. I'm going to turn my loom this way, and my head's like this. You see these bands on the inside, right here? These inside bands, oops. Those are the ones we're going to be using. The first section, we see how there's 1, 2, 3 sections here. So this part is where the jaw is going to be connected. The first part is going to be right here. There's 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to grab 2 bands from the inside here. Just these. 1. There we go. There's 2 bands. And they're gonna go like this. Okay. All right. So there's one. Now I'm gonna go ahead and loop. Oh, it fell out, so I'm gonna put it back over the peg and loop the other 2. Be careful not to break any of your bands. If you want to relieve tension, take out the ones from down here. Okay. And it's still connected. Okay. Just take out the ones from this peg. Okay. So now again, we're going to go ahead and loop all these. Okay. Do it quickly so that way your bands won't get too stretched. But also work carefully, you don't want your bands to fall out. And you don't want to loop the wrong bands. The ones that go inside always go first, and then the ones that go outside. Now this one. And this one. Okay. So now you see again, all these have been looped. Okay, now we're going to connect the next one. So again, I'm going to turn my loop this way. Sorry, my loom this way. And this one's been connected. So I'm going to grab the next one right here, which is inside. So grab 2 bands from the inside. Doesn't matter which ones, but turn your head this way so you know which way they're going to turn. Okay. I'm gonna do that again. Okay, like this, and turn my head. And add them on right there. I'm gonna turn it around again. And now I'm gonna loop. The ones that go to the inside are first. And the last 2 that go up Okay, now again, loop these that go up, alright? So the ones that go to the inside are first. This one goes to the outside. And now, right here, it's the opposite. These go to the inside. Outside. Oh. Need to put that one too. Get on that peg. There we go. Now this one. And this one. And right here. And right here. Okay. I have no idea why this one didn't catch, but alright, there we go. Okay. So far it's like this, okay. Now we're gonna do the next part. Whew. The last part is right here. This section of the jaw. I just need 2 bands. Yeah, that's good. Okay, right here. And then I'm turning my head around, putting it on right there. I'm gonna turn it around, and now I'm gonna loop. So go ahead and loop. First 2 go this way. Last 2 go towards the outside. And kind of looks like a blue Bowser. Alright, so now go ahead and loop these over. Okay. At this point, there's a lot of tension right here before we continue filling in the rest. So we're going to take out a lot of these. So we're going to take out all of these right here, okay? So carefully take out so you can relieve tension. It's 1, 2, 3. And then right here, I'm going to take out these. And here, I'm taking these out. And the ones that are holding on to the jaw also. So just these right here, because I do not want this to fall apart on me. Okay, that should be okay. So this is kind of relief, a little bit of tension, but it's still being held on right here. Oh, there we go. So there. Okie dokie. So far so good. Alright. Alright, good. Alright. Just making sure. This next part, we're going to be connecting right here on this one. We're going to be pulling in some of the bands from up here. So instead of here, connecting it here, I'm actually going to be pulling. Did I say it was going to be these? I'm trying to remember. I think it was these. Okay. All right. Okay. What I was going to do, grab 2 bands. Right here, we have this upper jawline. There's this one. And then the second one is the one we're going to be connecting. You're going to be grabbing the 2 bands that are on the outside right here. And you're going to be putting these 2 bands through them. And then reclaim them into your hook. So now you've extended it. You've done an extension. This part we are going to be connecting, whoop, don't fall, right here. Okay. Alright, so it's gonna look really weird, but just hold on so that way it doesn't fall out. And start to loom. So you want to be cautious when you're looming this because you don't want anything to fall out and you don't want to grab the wrong bands. Okay, good. This should be okay. And again, loom all these over. Okay. Now that's done. I'm going to relieve more tension by taking some more out. I'm taking out this one. Taking out this one. The one from down here and here and here. I think that should be okay. Yeah. All right. Let us continue. The next one we're going to be connecting is since this one has been pulled, this one's the next one. So these 2, that one will be connected here, like that. I need to grab it again because it fell. So it's these 2. I know it's these 2 because they just got stretched in. So there we go. I'm gonna put them over again on the peg so I can see. I'm gonna hold them with my fingers and I'm gonna start to loop. They fell out the peg, so put them back around the peg and loop the last 2. There we go. Okay, so now it's being held. So go ahead and again loop all these.
Oh, that's one. I need the second one. And the last two. There we go. Okay. Alright, cool. So now, again, I'm gonna relieve some stress by taking out this one down here, this one, and this one. And these also. So there. That should be good. Okay. Let us continue. Now to connect, we just connected onto this one. Yeah, so we're gonna connect onto this one and then loop up. Alright, so right here, we got this one, right? We're working our way up towards here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 left. Okay. So there's one right there, obviously. So now, the next one we're gonna grab, after this one, you located this one. So now, right here, there's this band right here. It's kind of crossing this direction. Grab these two. You're going to not put it like this, but you're going to twist it. Okay? And you're going to put it right here. Okay. And then go ahead and loop those. So for me, I need to turn my loom around. I'm holding it with my finger so it doesn't fall out the peg. Okay. And now I'm gonna loop. And right here too. Okay. There we go. Now loop all these. Okay. Okay. Again, I'm gonna relieve some tension by taking out the ones down here. This one, this one, this one, and the ones that go this way. Okay. All right. Next one, we're gonna connect right there. So far, so good. Right here, whew, okay. Let me just take a little breather. Okay, now I know what to do. We just finished our sixth one, so number 7, 8, and 9 are all gonna be from the inside of this cave. And we're gonna need extensions for all of them. So grab 2 bands. Okay. You see how right here is the one that's being connected? And then we have this band that's
holding this one. We have this band right here. And then we have this little thing. These 4 bands right on top. It's actually not that one, but this one and this one. So these 4 bands right here. We're gonna, whoops, hang on, sorry, I was off camera. So this is the one that's being stretched and holding on to this peg right here. But then we have these 4 bands up here, so look for those 4 bands. And once it looks like this, when you're pulling it out, you know you have the correct one, the correct ones. Those we're gonna put an extension on. Grab your 2 bands, your extension, pull them through, reclaim it back into your hook. All right, so you have your extension now. We're gonna put that one on this peg right here. Okay. I'm gonna lay it down. I'm gonna grab these and put them on my peg. And this one didn't get on correctly. Come on. There we go. Alright. And hold it so that way it doesn't fall. And now we can loop. Loop this one up and loop this one up. Everything's being held. Yes. Alright, good. Whew, okay. Now to loop all these. Come on, get on there. This one needs to go back on the peg. Alright. Oh, and up here. And these 2. Okay. Now to relieve some tension, I'm going to get rid of... No, I don't want to get rid of that one. I'm just going to get rid of the ones from over here. This one, this one, this one, and this one. That's it. These not yet. Not yet. On the next one. So now I need to do one right there. This corner one. And we're going to grab another one from the inside of our cave. And we're going to do another extension. So grab another 2 bands. We're going to look again inside. And now, see this part that's where your extension is coming from? Okay. Now, you're going to... This is our extension part. And now, you see this one? Skip to this one right here. So this is our extension right here, right? See how it's being pulled? So now you see this band right here. Skip that one, go directly to this one. So now this one, there's this band right here in the middle. That's our next one. Hopefully you guys can figure it out. If not, then just pull one. Pull 2 bands that you want. And again, reclaim it. I'm doing it from this side, okay? So that means I'm just gonna go ahead and lay it like this. right there. Okay, I'm gonna lay it down. I'm keeping my finger under so it doesn't fall. And now I'm gonna loop. Okay. Yep, everything's in place. So now again, loop all these. Okay, almost there. We're almost halfway done. All right. This next part, right here, is being held by another one from in here. Okay. So we are going to see now. This is where it's being held. You're gonna go to the one on top. These bands right here. Okay. So you see how there's these bands that are going like this? Right above it. This is the one that's stretched. Right above it, it's just these two bands. This one. So since I'm grabbing it like this, I want to make sure it's going like this. So I'm kind of partially twisting it to go here. Alright. I'm going to hold it with my finger, and I'm actually going to get rid of some of the tension. So I'm going to take out some of the tension from down here. Okay. And one more row from down here. There we go. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and put it on there. Hold down and loop. Loop. Alright. Before I break it, I'm going to continue looping. Alright. Oh, I got one. Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna release this one from back here, and this one, and this row. Alright, so now I have these, well, these 1, 2, 3, and this one's gonna start on the other side, so it's gonna be right in the middle, which means the next one I'm gonna grab, there is this middle one right here, which will be for this third one. So I'm just gonna go right here, and then we have these two left. The one next to it, this one will be attached to the other one. So I need to find one that is between here and here. And I'm gonna go to, from right here, this is the second one. So this third one, right under it, there are these two bands. I'm gonna grab those two bands right under, and I'm gonna do an extension. Alright. I'm gonna add this extension right here, because there's nothing loop, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put it right there. Just be careful. You wanna stretch it from the base, not from there, because like if you do it from there, you're just gonna be pulling it even harder. So kind of hold it from here, pinch it, and then stretch it over the bar. I mean the peg. And now go ahead and loop that. And continue. Okay, and this one I'm just gonna go ahead and loop over right here. Again, we're gonna take out from the back right here, I'm gonna take out this one to relieve tension, and the ones from down here that aim on this side. And I can actually take this one out too. But that's it. Leave this one here. In the meantime, actually, what we can do, I'm actually going to be using some slip knots right here because we're going to be transferring. So we're going to be putting one right here on this one. Alright, so put a slip knot right there. We're going to put another slip knot on this one. But after we've looped all this. Okay. Okay. Now, of course, the next one, like I said, is going to be the one right next to this middle one. So it's going to be this one. These two. Okay. So just go ahead and put that right there. We're not even going to put in an extension. And loop. Need this one back on my peg. Loop. And loop these. There's one. That's the second one. Alright, and then these two. I'm going to put a slip knot on here now. There we go. Mouth is all deformed, but it's totally fine. Now I'm going to put that middle one right there. This one. This is going to be tricky because there's a lot of bands on this one, so the best thing to do is to grab one end of your slip knot like this, and then transfer these bands onto your hook. Okay, now that I've transferred the bands on there, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and do an extension on this because it's gonna be a little bit difficult. So I'm just gonna do an extension on this one, and I may need to do this individually. So I'm just gonna do it like this, and transfer these with another hook. Okay. Now I can finally put it on here. Make sure all the bands are on there. And hold with your finger so it doesn't fall out. And loop. And then loop the rest.
So make sure everything else is looped, because we're going to be adding our slip knots here. Here. And here. Oh, come on. I want to make sure that they're all on. Okay. Everything seems to be looped, grabbed. Okay, good. So I'm just gonna take out. Okay. Revert this way. Okay. So once the other side is connected, then of course this will be a little bit more at ease. Just gonna push. There we go. And now Blastoise has a very fat neck. So this part will be starting to curl this way, because we're going to connect this over into this side, like so. Alright, so obviously it's going to be looking like this. Okay. I may put some wire on the face to kind of help. We'll see what happens after I connect this, because most likely it's going to be pulled on like this, and it's going to hold like so, which is not that bad. But yeah, it is a lot of jaw actually opening, so we'll see. Okay, let's work on the other side. We're going to be adding on our bands now. And then we're going to connect this to the ends. Okay, so let's start from the top.